Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. I get a lot of comments and things on the channel about, the quality of the trucks that are out there, who's number one, who's bad, who's good, who's this, who's that. So I thought I'd go out and do my own little study, I got on the internet and I looked up recalls going back a year, because I wanted to see who indeed does have the worst track record. I think recalls really give you a good idea of how the company is doing by how many times they have to bring their vehicles back in to fix things that have either gone wrong or they should have fixed to begin with. I don't know. So anyway, I looked at all of the top brands, and as I said, I went back over a year's time period, and I wrote down what the recall was, when it was, and who it was. And I must say, I'll tell you right now, indeed, Ford is number one by far. Anyway, I'm going to go through these now for you guys. I just wrote down just a brief little description of what they are, nothing very long. If you're interested in more detail, then by all means, hop on the web, do a little research yourself. But I just wanted to give you a general idea of who the manufacturer was, when it was, and briefly what it was that they needed to be recalled for. So here we go. Let's start. Going back to the oldest first, and that is June 13th, 2018. And of course, the recall involved Ford trucks. The recall was the fuel pump, and there were fuel pump and brake issues. Now, I'm not going to go into these in any detail. If you want more information, you can look them up yourself. So just a little brief description, I guess, of what it was. So again, the first one, Ford, on June 13th, and it was fuel pump and brake issue, number one. The next one was July 16th, 2018, rather. And that dealt with FCA, which is Fiat Chrysler, Ram. And the recall was the backup camera system. Next, on September 6th, 2018, we have the Ford F-150. 2 million units recalled for a seatbelt system fire. That's pretty serious. I'd hate to be seatbelted into my truck and have it catch on fire, especially if it's a seatbelt itself. Anyway, next, September 6th, 2018, once again. This is the Nissan Frontier, model years 2017 through 2018, and it was for an ignition switch issue. Next, September 14th, 2018, GM Trucks. This was an electric power steering module failure. GM Trucks. October 15th, 2018, the Toyota Tundra. A software error might prevent airbag deployment in a crash. Pretty serious recall. I mean, if you get in a crash and you've got airbags, you kind of want them to go off. So that's a pretty serious recall, I think. December 21st, 2018. Ford F-Series and Super Duty. Engine block heaters can catch fire while plugged in. Now, this is the first recall. Stay tuned. January 9th, 2019, Toyota. Some 2018 and 2019 Tacomas. Of course, I have a Tacoma as well, so it did involve my second truck. Improperly machined brake cylinder that could diminish braking performance. I never experienced that problem. I did take it in for the recall. They actually replaced the entire master cylinder altogether, and it took about, I think it was an hour and a half. No, it was actually longer than that. I dropped the truck off, so it was longer than that, but either way, they repaired it. Next, we go back to the ever popular and number one, Ford, the 2019 Ranger. Of course, it's their brand new truck. Everybody says, there's going to be issues. It's brand new. I can't stand that excuse, but it seems to be true. 2019 Ranger. Transmission can shift out of park while off. What? We don't know how to build transmissions yet? And we can't make them stay still when they're not running? I don't know. Apparently, if you've got a Ranger 2019 and you haven't had that fixed, you might come out someday and find it somewhere else on its own. I don't know. February 8th, 2019. FCA, Fiat Chrysler. Again, this is the Ram 1500. Adjustable pedal assembly failure, leading to the brake pedal detaching. So, apparently, you could be driving along, go to hit your brake, and there's nothing there but a nub. You might still be able to brake. Hopefully that's not a sharp nub. Might go right through the bottom of your shoe. I don't know. But apparently the brake pedal can fall off. What? I don't know. 2013, or I'm sorry, February 13th, 2019, Ford makes another appearance. Ford F-150. 1.5 million trucks recalled. Unexpectedly shifts to first gear. What? How does that happen? So you're driving down the freeway at, I don't know, 65, and it shifts to first gear? You might have a problem. I'm just saying, your transmission might have a problem. February 18th, 2019, FCA, another appearance, the Ram 1500. Power steering could fail in the 2019 HD pickups. Power steering could fail. That's more of a thing you just have to be ready for. You know, don't panic. When you go to turn, if your power steering has failed, just give it a little more juice. It might actually still work. There were 660,000 of those trucks involved. I don't know. We're almost done. March 19th, 2019. This is the GM truck. Specifically, it is the Silverado and Sierra HD trucks, 2016 through 2018. A sticky fuel sensor. A sticky fuel sensor. I don't know. The last one I have here, this is amazing to me. April 10th, 2019. Ford trucks, 327,000 of them. The engine block heater cable fire makes a reappearance. This is actually a recall of a recall. So not only did they not get it right the first time, I'll give them that. Stuff happens, right? I mean, stuff happens. They did the right thing. They brought it in. They recalled it. They fixed it. But they didn't. They had to recall it again. So apparently right now there is a recall to refix the engine block cable so that it doesn't catch on fire and in essence burn your truck in your house or wherever you have it parked down. I don't know. So what's the final tally? I told you before, Ford is number one. We're going to start with the best, and then we're going to start with the worst in this case. The best is the Nissan. Nissan only had one recall that I saw. Not too bad. Not a big fan of the Nissan trucks, only because of appearance, in my case, aesthetics. But they're number one as far as the least number of recalls. Number two is the, let's see here, looks like the Toyota and the GM. So I was mistaken in the beginning. Toyota is number two. So they had 2 recalls each, and not too bad, not too bad. Number 3, coming in with 3, is FCA, Fiat, Chrysler, Ram. They had 3 recalls, so they're in third place as far as the reliability in my little study goes. And as I mentioned before, the big winner here with the most recalls is Ford. Ford had 6 recalls, a couple of them being pretty darn major. So they won the award, and indeed, for all of you that comment to me about Ford and how great it is, you are right. In this case, Ford is number one. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here. I thought it'd be interesting to do my own little study, see where these trucks ranked as far as reliability is concerned when it comes to recalls. I will give all of the companies credit. They do issue these recalls to fix problems, hopefully because they see it as their duty and feel some sort of an allegiance, I guess, to the customer to take care of these things when they know they're obviously wrong. So kudos to them. But in the end, I don't want to go sit in the dealership and screw around waiting to have things fixed, especially things like your car rolling backwards when it's in park. We shouldn't even have to deal with today. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.